It's time for the One Bar and Lupica Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome to professional football.
All right, welcome to One Bar and Lupica Show. I am Lupica here with One Bar. Have you heard that the NFL schedule has been released?
Yes, it came out a day ago. We're behind the game. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, there was like a 7-hour show about it on all the networks. It was huge.
Nothing else on, man. It probably got tons and tons of views. And now we're going to talk about it.
We're going to go through it thoroughly, examine every game, predict the outcome, and at the end of this, we'll have a Vikings 2020 season record for you. We might have different ones. Who knows?
I bet we will. And before we get into that, remember to subscribe to the damn channel. Like the video. We got tons of purpleness coming your way. And before we get in this, we got to start off with the trivia question.
Ooh.
The Vikings, spoiler alert, even though everybody already knows, is the Vikings play on Christmas Day this year. When is the last time the Vikings played on Christmas Day? And bonus, who was it against?
Wow.
That's a tough one. Nobody's going to get that.
A two-parter. All right, well, let's just jump right into the schedule. Week 1, the hated Green Bay Packers come to town. How do you see this one shaking out?
Well, I don't remember the stat, but it's been a long damn time since the Vikings opened at the Packers coming here, I believe. But I do actually kind of enjoy the fact that we get them right off the bat. I think the Vikings, they did get swept last year by the Packers, but I think the Packers didn't get much better this year, and we're going to be a little hungrier in Green Bay. I think the Vikings are going to start off with a bang and get a win against the Packers.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Vikings are going to be really pumped for this one. They're going to want some revenge on the Packers, having get swept last year. So I do see this one as a victory for the Vikings.
It gets interesting after week 1 because then all of a sudden we have 3 games against the AFC South. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that first one.
The Indianapolis Colts with new quarterback Phil Rivers.
Yeah, and it seems to me every time the Vikings face Phillip Rivers, we put him on a real shit game. So I see that happening again. He's like, 39 years old. He's got 17 kids. I see us pressuring the hell out of him, causing some turnovers. I do think we go on the road and the Vikings win this one.
What does the 17 kids have to do with the win?
He's busy thinking about his kids.
You're right. All right. That's a good angle. Yeah. And you say every time we face Phillip Rivers, he has a shitty game. I think Phillip Rivers has a lot of shitty games. I mean, he's a very good quarterback, but
I love him.
He's kind of either fantastic or real bad. And yes, I think we will start off 2-0, even though it's on the road at Indy. We get the Dubsky. Confidence is high heading into those pesky Titans at home.
Yeah, this one worries me because the Vikings don't always handle big bruising running backs very well. And you got Derrick Henry, who is the best bruising running back in the NFL, coming to town. But even that, I think the Vikings start 3-0. I think they win this one too.
Wow, you nailed it. I could see Derrick Henry having about 250 yards on us and making us look real bad. Tennessee, I think they are the actual real deal. I think they're going to be damn good this year, and I have the Vikings getting a big old L, their first loss of the year, week 3, and I have them as 2-1.
Well, you're an idiot. Next week. After that, they travel down to Houston to play the Texans with the team that Bill O'Brien has geared, I guess, in his mind, to win as soon as possible. So what do you think? How do you see this one playing out?
Houston, one step closer to you.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
No, I got us beating the Texans on the road. I mean, just the fact that they traded Poop Hopkins for basically nothing is the only reason I'm giving them the win. They don't deserve to win any games. They're fools. Hey. And Deshaun Watson is damn good, but there's not much that scares me about the Houston.
They got Brandon Cooks and David Johnson.
I don't care. Brandon Cooks has been on like 12 teams in the last 2 years.
I agree. All right, week 5. It wouldn't be a season if we weren't going to Seattle, and that's what we're doing week 5 with a Sunday night game. I'm going to go ahead and just jump all over this because I think this is the Vikings' first loss in week 5. They're going to be 4-1 after this one. We just don't win in Seattle. We played much better last year, but we did not get the win, and I think that's going to happen again this year.
Yeah, you're giving your records a spoiler alert, but it's very Seattle. Let's just face it. We suck against the Seahawks. It doesn't matter if it's at home. It doesn't matter if it's on the road. We absolutely suck against them. We got a 6-game losing streak going against these guys, and I think when all is said and done, it will be a 7-game losing streak.
It's really
At
6
Seattle, primetime game. This is our first primetime game of the year. We got everything pointed against us. It's going to be not well for Vikings fans.
Well, let's hope they go up there and they put a good effort forth. That's all you can really hope for, right?
No, I want them to go in there and kick their ass and end this 6-game losing streak. We're better than them.
Stupid draft picks they make. All right, week 6. Those damn Dirty Birds come to town.
Dirty Birds. We're gonna own the Dirty Birds. We've done fairly well against them lately. I got us getting a Dubsky there for sure.
Yeah, and I think, like with Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan always seems to not do well against the Vikings, and we kind of own him. So I could see us getting in his head with some pressure and some coverages he doesn't understand. I do think we win this one. Did you see the Falcons season video on Twitter?
No.
Their schedule release video? When it came to time to the Vikings, they had the clip. They showed the clips from every team, like they had like a cat on a table for the Panthers. But when it came to the Vikings, they showed the Minneapolis Miracle. And then when the first game against the Saints, they showed Sean Payton doing the skull. So they were definitely trolling.
Jeez,
they were trolling the Saints during that. It was pretty
absolutely hate each other.
It was pretty damn funny. I actually enjoyed that quite a bit.
Well, and this is going to be one of the first big tests for our young secondary because Atlanta has some pretty damn good receivers, and that's going to be a big old challenge. But yeah, I still think we get the win. Well,
and they got one who's going to be especially hungry, and that's Laquan Treadwell. He is going to prove that letting him go was a mistake. He's going to block extra hard that game.
From the sidelines. I can't wait. Yep. And after that, we get a pretty damn early bye week this year. Week 7 is our bye.
But you know what's going to happen when that bye week rolls around? What they're going to say?
What?
This bye week came at a perfect time.
They will say that. It could come week 1 or it comes week 17. I actually like the later buys in the year, but whatever. After the bye week, we then travel to Green Bay, which is actually pretty early. Usually we end up with a late Green Bay game. So November 1st at the Packers.
How crazy is it that we play Green Bay twice before we play anybody else in the division? And we're going to be done with them November 1st.
Well, we'll go 2-0. Shut them up.
Just like OMC said, how bizarre.
How bizarre. I got them getting the L. Green Bay, they're still going to be decent, even though I wasn't very nice to them week 1 at home. But traveling to Green Bay is always tough. It's not as tough as it used to be, but they'll get one from us, and I got us having a loss.
Yeah, I think they beat us there too. And I think it's going to be mostly because of those damn Smith brothers. They destroyed us last year. I don't see any reason why they're not going to have success against us again. But good news is that we'll bounce back because the Lions come to town the week after that.
Yeah, the Lions, I don't think we really need to discuss much about this. We've owned them lately. We're going to own them this year. Win, and just a spoiler alert, when we play them later in the schedule, I have a win as well.
Wow, you are jumping ahead. Week 10, Monday night, we go to Chicago Bears for a Monday night football game against Mitch Trubisky or Nick Foles, whoever it is. It's going to be a crappy quarterback.
Yeah, and the Bears have kind of owned us lately, but I think that's going to turn around this year. I got us beating the Bears at Chicago, which is no easy feat, but their quarterbacks are so gross. But for some reason, every time we play the Bears, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, they have the best game of their career.
Yeah, I actually think we lose this one. I think we will get our revenge on the Bears later in the season. I think we might end up dropping 5 in a row to these guys before it gets better.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's very doable or very possible, but I don't like it.
It is what it is. All right. Then we got a Sunday primetime afternoon game. We'll be having dinner at Nub's Garage that day.
You're damn right we will. Dallas Cowboys are coming to town.
They are. They're gonna have a really good looking offense this year. They got CeeDee Lamb in the mix. Nice guard from Wisconsin, Tyler Baez. So they're gonna have a lot of firepower, but I still think we win this game.
Yeah, I guess getting the loss. We've done fairly well against the Cowboys lately. We owe them one. Even though it's at home, I think they're going to be hungry this year. I think Zeke is going to be doing his feeding thing about 48 times that game, and those 2 receivers are just going to open so much stuff up. The Cowboys actually scare me more than they probably should.
Don't forget Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup sucks.
He ain't bad either. No, I can't see the Cowboys beating us at home. No way in hell, even if it's a primetime game.
All right, next, week 12, the big one. I'm sure there will be tons of anticipation for this one. Teddy's coming back with the Panthers. I have us getting the big old win. I think we shut Teddy down. I think this team will – I think Zimmer is going to be overly motivated to just try to make him look silly, and I think we do it, and I think we win big.
You think there's bad blood between Zimmer and Teddy? I don't
know. But that just needs to happen. I mean, we need to go and we need to make him look – Kirk Cousins needs to just explode while we shut Teddy down for about 98 yards in the air.
Well, and it's not just Teddy coming back. It's Stephen Weatherly coming back.
Stephen Weatherly's coming back, but overall, I just don't think the Panthers are going to be that great this year.
No, I think they're a year away. You know, Christian McCaffrey scares me, but it'll be cool seeing Teddy play, get the start. But, yeah, I think we win this one too.
Yes, I'm sure he'll get a very loud round of applause, which is well-deserved. Everybody loves Teddy, but I hope we just shut him down.
I could see it. I could see us definitely shutting him down. Next week, I think it's another win because Jacksonville Jaguars come to town. I don't think they're going to be very good next year at all. They got Garner Minshew in his second year, geared to start. I can't even remember what they added through the draft. Didn't really excite me much. So I think that it will be a pretty dominating win for the Vikings.
Yeah, I got them winning that one as well. But you got to remember, every year we have just some shit turd game where we step on our dicks, and this could be it. I don't anticipate that. I have us winning the game, but this just screams upset because the Jaguars are going to probably suck very, very hard this year.
You're calling it a trap game? Like maybe we're looking ahead to week 14 where we go to Tampa Bay?
Yeah, Tampa Bay. I can't believe you said Tampa Bay. I was scolded a couple weeks ago when I didn't say Tampa Bay. So Tom Brady, Gronk, I have us actually losing this game.
I do too, but I think everybody's getting a little too much on the hype train for this team. Even with Brady was not great last year. Don't get me wrong, he's one of the all-time best, but he really didn't play that well last year. His numbers were pretty shitty. Gronk weighs like 140 pounds right now. He's not what he was. I think this is a way overhyped team, but I'm going to say a loss for now, but I wouldn't be one bit surprised if the Buccaneers are shit this year.
Well, the two receivers they got, adding Gronk into the mix, their defense actually isn't that bad. I think Tom Brady is going to surprise people and have a better year than he did last year. I mean, he was basically playing with you and I at receiver with the Patriots last year. So I got us getting a loss, and I think Tom Brady is going to have a hell of a year. Maybe
not.
Well, the Bears are up. You already spoiled it. You got us winning.
Yeah, I think this is when we finally get that bear demon off our back, exorcise that demon from our souls. I hope it's Mitch Trubisky playing. I hope we just destroy him. He's a shitty quarterback, and Bears fans should just be, this will probably be his last year with the team, and they should just be kicking themselves for what they passed on. Deshaun Watson, Pat Mahomes, they took Mitch Trubisky, and they traded up one spot to do it. He is the mayor of Turd City, and he is going to have a shit game in Week 15 against the Vikings. Hey,
we can't talk that way to Mitch Trubisky because when he plays us, he makes us look like a real shitty team. When we play him, his juices get flowing and he shows up. But yeah, I have a sweep in the Bears this year. I do hope it's Mitch Trubisky as well. I hope we throw him on his ass just for making us look. I mean, you look like Randall Cunningham the last time he played. Every time he'd run for 20 yards and a first down, it was getting extremely annoying. But I think the Bears win like 4 games this year. It's not going to be against the Vikings.
I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be like 7-9. But yeah, I think this is where we finally get that Bear thing off our back. So okay, here we go. We play Sunday, then we've got to come back and play on a Friday on Christmas Day. Stop caroling.
I can't wait for this. By the time this game's on. What time is it at? 3:30. Christmas
3:30.
Day. Gonna have a belly full of beer, just overly happy, and damn it, we get to sit down and watch the Vikings at the Saints.
I guess with it being 3:30, that's not so bad. When we play Christmas Eve and the Vikings lose, I remember back, I don't know, early 2000s, we played the Packers on Christmas Eve, and we lost. And it just ruins your Christmas spirit. It kills the Christmas joy. It's like open up a box of freaking Legos on Christmas morning.
Legos weren't bad. I mean, at least you're right. At least Christmas is pretty much over. Depending on how this game shakes out, depends if my family will celebrate Christmas next year or not. But It's at the Saints. The Saints, man, they cannot be big fans of us. We've knocked them out of the playoffs twice. I think we actually get the loss in New Orleans on Christmas Day. Christmas spirit will be broken.
Yeah, I think they lose this one too. The Saints are gonna be pumped. They're gonna be coming out for Viking purple blood. They're gonna bring their A game. So I think we lose.
Well, luckily, we get to finish
At Detroit.
That's it. Luckily, we get to finish.
Well, and actually, you know what? This may surprise you, but I think the Vikings go full 2019 home game against the Bears this week against the Lions in 2020. I think we just sit the starters. I'm going to have us at 11-4 at this point. I think this is going to be a Sean Mannion-led offense. Cameron Smith might get some extended playing time on defense. I think this is going to be a loss for the Vikings because we're just going to basically treat this as a bye week.
Even if it is Sean Mannion, even if Cam Smith is out there, we're still going to have to win. I have us sweeping the Lions as well. Game over. The Lions just are not very good, and I don't care who's playing. We're going to get the win. That actually has me finishing this thing off at 10-6. I got the Vikings at 10-6. We do have a pretty damn hard schedule. 3 primetime games. All of them are on the road. Don't like that.
They usually are. I'm not a big fan of saying how hard the schedule is this far out because every year a team will emerge, come out of nowhere and be good. Teams that you think are going to be good turn to shit. One injury can change a whole team's season. So I'm not a big fan of the strength of schedule thing because I think that's just so fluid and it's always changing. But one thing I want to say about this Week 17 game against Detroit, I think John Pinacini is going to have one big sack.
Damn him. He is going to rip shit up. Just looking at the schedule overall, like you already mentioned it, we get the Packers twice in the first 8 weeks, which is nutty. I like how we finish with the Lions, the Saints on the road, and the Bears. Just some tough games. Hopefully that gives some momentum to hopefully making or going into the playoffs, but we shall see. But tough schedule, whether you want me to admit that or not, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if I said, but I got the Vikings finishing 11-5, so a little bit better than last year. I don't know. I think the questions with the Vikings are going to be that young secondary if they can hold up, and the O-line. Those are the 2 biggest question marks for this team, and we'll see how they do. But I like our chances. I think we're going to be right in the thick of things in the NFC North, NFC total.
Yeah, I got even at 10-6. I got us winning the NFC North. One thing that's not a question mark is I guarantee we will play the Seattle Seahawks again next year, and it will be in Seattle, and we'll probably play the Saints as well.
On a Monday night.
Happens every year. The answer to the trivia question, by the way,
guess first? Can I guess?
Huh?
Can I guess?
Yeah, you can guess it. Last time the Vikings played on Christmas Day.
Yeah, you said Christmas Day. That's the key because we've had a couple Christmas Eve games. I think the Texans might have been the last Christmas Eve one. But Christmas Day, I'm going to say like 1999.
No. And you can guess the bonus question is who was it?
The Bengals.
Wow. You know what? It was the Bengals, damn it. So you're 1-2. Cincinnati Bengals, 1989. A nice young, fresh-faced Boomer Esiason and I don't know, Icky Woods leading the way.
I remember my grandpa sitting in his chair watching that game.
Wow. Well, then she got it right. 1989 Bengals. Boom. Done.
Sweet. All right. Well, we'll be back next week talking about something amazing, I'm sure.
Yeah. Don't you have a fact?
I do have a fact. Do you know anything about hyenas?
Yeah. They were in The Lion King, and they were very scary. I think Whoopi Goldberg was one of their voices.
Well, turns out the female hyena, their clitoris is so big, is considered a pseudo penis.